Hi guys, it's the T from Tech, and today we're doing an unboxing on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Just got this yesterday, brand spanking new. You can see the seal on there. It's actually my wife's, and I said to her you can't actually open this up until I've actually done an unboxing video, and she wasn't too happy about that, but oh well. So as you can see, black box. I mean, they've upped their game on the packaging side, I can see. I'm really liking this black box and the nice aluminium foil S7 Edge sign there. Let me just gotta keep focusing this camera. There we go. Looking pretty nice. Just want to do a quick rundown of the specs. So we've got 4G LTE, super fast internet speeds. We've got a 64-bit octa-core processor. And I think that's overkill really. I don't think a lot of softwares or applications use 8 cores, so I don't know how useful that's going to be. And the 64-bit, will it be noticeable to the average consumer? I don't know, we'll have to see. They got 4 GB of RAM. That would be interesting as well, because Samsung's been having problems with their RAM management in the past couple of phones. It's been shutting down previous apps and having to load them again. Obviously I think it's doing this for battery purposes, but I mean 4 gig RAM is quite a bit. A few years ago I think laptops had 4 gigs of RAM max, so let's see if that helps out. 5.5 inch Quad HD Super AMOLED screen, so the blacks are going to be super sweet on them. Contrast nice and vivid. So we'll see how that looks when we fire it up. You got dual pixel technology, apparently the fastest autofocusing on any phone on the planet right now. So looking forward to seeing that. You've got IP68 water and dust resistant. So you know, when you're in the shower with your rubber ducks, you can take some photos underwater. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you know, anyways. Wireless charging. I've never really kind of embraced wireless charging at the moment, so I think it's one of those things that once you do it, you can't live without it, but I've got to start it to begin with. So and then we've got 32 gigabytes of memory, and you've also got a micro SD card slot, so you can expand it up to 200 gigabytes, I think it is, but don't quote me on that. Now let's get right into the unboxing. I'll just put this down for a sec and refocus. This camera needs an upgrade big time. I'm going to get out my trusty knife. This is a classic Asian kitchen knife. Pretty epic actually, so I'm going to use this to cut it open. I'm going to try and be careful because it is my wife's and not mine. Okay. There we go. Device is at the top, very sleek indeed. Got a little pull out tab here. Just move quickly around. I'm just going to put this to one side, see what else we've got in the box. Okay, so you're assuming the SIM ejection tool is in here. So that's actually glued down. They should have just really made it, the tab here, just to slide in and slide out rather than actually gluing it down, which makes things slightly awkward. There we go. So in here we've got the SIM ejection tool, quick starter guide, some warranty information, and how to transfer your information to your new phone. So I'm just going to pop that to the side. Let's have a look at the SIM ejection tool. Struggling with this, huh? There we go. I like looking at the SIM ejection tools. Some of them have some interesting designs. Get that into focus. This camera is just not going to focus on it, so I'm just going to pop that right back. Also got the charging adapter. can see the little lightning bolt sign, fast chargers. There we go. Let's put that to one side. Next up we've got the charging cable, all wrapped up nicely. I'm not going to bother unwrapping that. That's again out of focus. There we go. I don't know why you would really want to see that. You've probably seen a million of those. Next up, we've got this interesting little item. It's a USB connector, and there's a little instruction guide on how to use it, and I think it's just for transferring your content, so you can transfer all your files and everything, music from your previous device onto the new Galaxy using this. It looks pretty easy. Apparently you press on the smart switch icon on your new Galaxy device and it should start doing it automatically. And the interesting thing actually is you can connect a USB flash drive to this as well. So just stick this into onto the bottom of your Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge and just put your USB into there, and then you can use the files or transfer them or whatever. So I think that's pretty helpful actually. Haven't seen that on the phone. Okay, next we've got the headphones, and funnily enough they're in a black box. They're definitely white, you can see that through the box, and I think they should have just made the box white, to be honest, because fair enough the packaging is all black but everything else is white. So let's get back to the device. Here it is. So right off the bat, very slim, very nice indeed. I'm using the Nexus 6P myself, so this fits into my hand a lot better, especially with the curved edges, and also the colour of it, it's much closer to true black than the previous Samsung Galaxy S Edge. I don't know, that had kind of a funny black to it, to be honest. The black covers up the sensors up here quite well as well. I kind of like understated looking phones for myself, so I definitely prefer that. If you start going around the device, on the top we've got the SIM card tray, and I'm assuming the micro SD card goes into there as well. That must be a microphone. We've got the power button on the right hand side. It's in a nice position, falls quite well where my thumb is. Okay, and then on the bottom we've got a single speaker grill, USB, micro SD, I don't know what I'm saying there, micro USB port there for your charging. I'm assuming that's another microphone, and then your 3.5mm jack port there. And on the other side we've got the volume rockers, and let's have a tactile test. They feel very clicky indeed, and I like that they're separated, to be honest with you. I like that, although I find if the power button and the volume rocker are on the same side, I like that. I prefer that, to be honest, because on the Nexus 6P you've got a textured power button, and then you've got the volume rockers below it, and I find it much easier to press the volume up and down and the power button from one side, rather than using my index finger here and awkwardly trying to get to the volume buttons. As you can see, that's not too comfortable. Anyways, on the front, Samsung Galaxy logo at the top, screen nice and black. Everything's going to look unbelievable, especially with the Super AMOLED and the complete blackness to it. You've got the power button here, incredibly clicky, very loud, as you can hear. And on the back we've got the camera module. It's so much thinner. The bump is not as profound as it was on the Galaxy S6. I mean, it's not completely flush, but they've done a good job, to be honest. Then we've got the autofocus and I think the heart rate monitor there, and the flash. Has it got the autofocus there? Yeah, I'm assuming it's in there. And then the rest is pretty blank. So I think it's nice. The curved edge, everyone's hyping up about that, saying it's the best thing that they've ever seen. I think it's a nice touch, but I'm quite conventional, so I do like the flat screen as well. I don't, functionality wise, it might add a bit of a benefit, but I like my flat screen, so to me it's nice. I just feel that there'll be slight colour degradation around the edges, I mean the curves. It won't, obviously there won't be a lot, but it's not perfect still, so that's something I'm mindful of. But I mean it's an engineering feat. I love the way the curve obviously meets with the metal at the back here and then around the front. They've done a really good job. I also want to say it's very light. Doesn't feel too substantial in the hand. I'm going to give it I like shaking the phone, see if there's any noise. I don't know if you can't actually hear it on the camera, but I can hear it. There is a slight bit of movement in there, like a little circular object just bouncing around. It's not that noticeable anyway. I'm going to power this guy up, and just give me 1 second while I do that. Just put the SIM in, and it did have the micro SD card in the same tray, so that's convenient. And I'm just going to fire it up. There we go. So it's my wife's phone, but in order to do a review, which I'm hoping to do, what I'll do is I'll tell her to let me use the phone for a week or two. She can swap with me for my Nexus 6P, and then I can see how it goes and hopefully bring you a review. So that's it guys. Make sure you like, subscribe and comment. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I do apologise for my funny accent. I sound absolutely horrible on camera and I hate hearing my own voice, so please bear with me, and hopefully I'll bring a new video to you soon. Thank you very much.